Maya, you delivered the keynote at the conference this year. Can you briefly summarise what you were talking about?
Well, to really summarize it, the main message we are sending from the Commission is we are getting there, but we need to really speed up all the action in order to really ensure that battery chain is now produced also in Europe. Today, only 3% is, whereas in Asia, the percentage is 85%. So having launched the Battery Alliance in 2017, Vice President Šefčovič really engaged with the industry, with the member states, increasingly with the regions and, of course, financial institutions to really get Europe working together and to change the situation. If you look at the facts, 1 in 8 jobs in Germany is in automotive industry, 1 in 12 in France. So we just cannot sit idly by because 30% of electric cars is battery. We just cannot be consumers. We have to also have European production. We are and have some leading companies in terms of research and innovation. We just have to get all of us together and make sure that Europe takes its post at the head of the battery production.
Emissions targets set by the Commission are a key driver for the EV and battery industries. What challenges need to be overcome to meet these targets, and what role do you think industry plays in meeting these?
Well, all I've said before, to increase battery production and to attain the lead, it will not happen without demand. If there is no demand, that will not happen. So the way we see it with correct regulatory framework, and that includes CO2 emission targets, which is not only a pure regulatory framework, this is also about meeting our Paris climate goals. We need to have electric vehicles produced in Europe as well. When you look at the current statistics, European producers are really lagging behind their global competition. Without demand, there will be no increase in production. So this is why CO2 emission targets and the other Clean Vehicle Directive, Alternative Fuels Directive, so the entire regulatory framework is what we are trying to do now.
I think you spoke on stage about it needing to be attractive for people to actually use the vehicles, and it be easy to use vehicles, and needing sort of more places to power and charge things.
Indeed, there is a triangle of really vehicles, infrastructure and services, so we have to combine them all. We are in particular focusing, we are a single market of 500 million people, so even though you already have not even first, pieces of the puzzle falling into place in various member states in terms of infrastructure, charging stations, but do try traveling across the borders. I mean, what type of information insufficient today do you have in Germany on refueling stations in Italy or in Spain? So this is what we are trying to really make an internal market viable and present to collect data and to then, in a very user-friendly way, make it possible for the consumers to actually be one click of a button away from real information.
What do you think is needed to support further development of a European-based battery supply chain?
I think we are on the right track, and as I just said in my speech, and I also heard some other speakers repeat it, we just need to speed up. The basis is there, industry has woken up, I dare say, is working together, member states are working together, regions are working together, financial institutions are following, we are working hard as European institutions, also heavily supported by the European Investment Bank. Okay, so a year after the launch of the European Battery Alliance, the basis is there, but we really now need to scale up and to speed up.